Thanks, buddy. Teach people that English.
No, we teach in public schools in Korea and the after-school schools.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Ace-queen suited for Vanessa. Raised to 1,000.
Vanessa's been raising 2.5x quite a bit this week.
Seiver, ace-queen as well.
The hardest thing for me are appliances and stuff.
And he calls.
Appliances.
Todd folds.
Appliances.
Like refrigerators?
Water faucet, you know, like faucet in the kitchen.
What do you call like a fork and a knife?
Cutlery.
See, so do I. I'm Canadian. It's all good. We call it cutlery. You people call it silverware. Why? And you know the other thing too. In Canada, we call bathrooms. We call them washrooms. You call them restrooms. Like you're not going to take a nap.
Do you go in there to wash? Well,
you wash. You wash. You take care of stuff and you wash. You don't rest. Nobody goes to a restroom to rest.
We call it a water closet.
Water closet?
Yeah.
That's classy.
7, king, 6.
They call it a water closet.
All this toilet talk, both Vanessa and Scott looking for backdoor flushes.
Lex with an up and down straight draw. 3,800 to go.
Donk's a semi-bluff. Vanessa might be ahead of Lex, but she's also got Scott to act behind her.
Vanessa folds.
Wash closets? I don't even know what it is. He said this is a water closet, he calls it.
Scott doesn't. He calls.
Scott thinks he's going to have the best hand there a fair percentage of the time.
King on the turn. Check by Lex.
Scott has to decide whether he's going to bluff, try to protect his hand, or if he's going to try to get to a cheap showdown.
It's a bet to 5,100 and a quick fold by Lex.
Please tell me someone had a pair on that. Someone had something, anything?
Everybody had a pair.
I had 3.
I mean, more than a pair.
What did you have? A 3 or 3s?
I had 3 pair. I'm lying.
Pretty sure we all knew you were lying, Lex. Scott Seiver knew for sure. He's smart. He's a graduate of Brown University, and he hails from Cold Spring Harbor, New York. But you don't need an Ivy League education to know that Scott's up over 146,000 right now.
Every day we've been straddling. I guess today it'll just be me. That's cool. I don't mind. Whatever. I want to have fun.
I'll straddle if you remind me. I'm just like absent-minded.
Okay. You don't have to, huh?
I was going to say, Vanessa's just forgetful. It's not that she doesn't want to. She just forgets. It's not a big deal.
It's fun. It's fun. Yay. Ha. Hoo. Put 800 in. Ah, blind. Wild and crazy guys.
That was the most phoned-in Steve Martin impression ever.
There you go.
Scott limps in, suited. Todd folds. Queen deuce for the cannon. Out. Lex, ace, jack. Limps in.
Lex chooses not to raise because he's out of position.
I'm going to just do that. Sweet. Free flop. Nice.
I hate the term just call. I just call.
Did I say that?
No, you said I'm just going to check, but that reminded me that I hate the term just call.
5, 9, 8.
Despite 4 players in this hand, ace-jack is good right now.
Goes check, check over to Daniel. Makes it 2,400. Scott folds. So does Lex and Vanessa.
Yes, I had nothing. Sweet.
Give
me that. Huh?
Show your nothing.
I had nothing. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Pick a card. Any card. This card?
Both cards.
Ah, that's a king.
Maybe.
Okay, never mind. I wasn't bluffing. I had the nuts.
I
There you
had
go.
a better hand.
You did?
You had a king beat?
Yes, I had a whole lot of aces beat too.
Wow, all paired up and folding. Solid.
So Daniel teaches the young guns a lesson in stealing pots and gives the worst Steve Martin impression ever. We're back after this.
I think I'm getting a lot better at cash games. A lot of that is due to the fact that I've been practicing more online. And, you know, just really sort of getting up to speed with some of the young players of today. Because, you know, the game's evolved so much over the last couple of years. So the way I used to play 4 or 5 years ago, that is exploitable now because these young kids figured out a way to do it. So I have to continue to change and evolve the way that I play, too.
As Daniel was saying, poker players are always evolving. The next evolution is Scott Seiver sitting next to him. A little thing he cups over his hand is what poker players are going to look like in the future.
I'm just waiting for him to bust out one of those, Luke, I am your father, at this table. Action folds over to Lex. He folds.
Ha-ha! I'm going to straddle.
Punish him.
First one. Come on, punish me.
Daniel has invoked the sleeper straddle, which is a blind raise on the button, which buys you position if action folds to you.
You're confused by this whole situation, aren't you? A little bit. Okay.
Scott calls.
Now what, is the straddle off?
No, I can raise. It's the whole point of it. It's a sleeper.
What if I raise now?
If you raise, then it's up to me.
But he can't pull the 8.
Oh, you can't pull the 8.
No,
No.
the 8 is locked
That
in.
money's locked in already.
It's a good move for Todd to ask that question before he looks at his cards.
Todd calls.
Wait, no, I'm going to raise. Yeah, for sure. With this hand? You kidding me? You would totally raise with this hand. Even you. How much? I'm going to just put another $2,400 in.
Raises to
There you go.
3,200.
Ha ha! It worked. Sweet. Plan came together. Position, big pot. They already sucked in for 800. Cannot fold.
Why are you telling me?
I don't know. Why not? You're there. What, you got other things going on?
Yeah.
Sorry, did I bother you while you were busy? Pardon me. Okay. What do you want to do now?
Raise pot.
Do that. Do that. Let's get it on. Huh?
How much is it?
Scott over the top to 11,000.
I think these two are having a water closet contest right now.
Todd folds.
So you made it 11 total?
That's what they told me.
All right, let's go. I think one of us is going to go all in this hand. Eventually, on the turn, something funky's going to happen. Could be me, but I got reload money. So whatever.
Queen 4-9. Both get a piece of it.
They both flopped a pair, but they're both vulnerable, and this pot is already quite big.
There's the Seiver look and the slow check.
Daniel's got to decide if he's going to bet his pair. Try to control this pot.
All right.
Daniel checks. King on the turn.
No change to either player's hand.
Scott checks again.
It's been checked at Daniel twice now. He may take a stab at it.
He does, betting 12,000.
This is mostly a protection bet. Scott may fold some better hands, but if he does think he has the best hand now, almost any card that can come on the river is a bad card for him.
Seiver raises to 43,000.
I guess I could have checked. It might have been better for me if I checked. Because if I checked, you couldn't have raised me.
Scott is out now bluffing. He might be doing it with the best hand, but he is bluffing for certain.
It's so weird when he does that. We're gonna have to. I don't think I have the best hand here. So on that note, I'm gonna check out.
Daniel folds. And Seiver wins a pot of nearly 80 grand.
5. That has to have me beat. I mean, I had a 4, so I had a 4 in my hand, so that had to have me beat, I think.
Mean just to show the 5.
Or maybe not. What'd you have? Ace 5 or 2 5s, or just 5 7, something like that.
Daniel may lose sleep over that one.
Scott Seiver just keeps on accumulating lots of chips. Now he's up nearly 170 grand.
Seeing that 5 is really bugging Daniel.
What'd you have, Scott?
Interesting hand.
5 and what? Interesting? How interesting
What
was
did you have? I'll tell you honestly what I had.
I had 4 7 of clubs.
Were there any clubs on the turn?
No.
Yeah. I had 9-5.
So you had nothing? Oh, you had a pair
Yeah, I
of
had a pair of
nines.
nines.
Yeah, you had me crushed.
I mean, I assumed I was good. I just didn't want to call and have there be 50 million bad river cards.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's only when you're playing with a 52 million card deck.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Lex had straddled at the beginning of this hand. Action on Daniel, who raised to 2,500. 9-5 suited for Seiver.
Well, he hasn't folded, and he's reaching for chips. I think it's safe to say Scott might be getting a little cute here. Maybe he wants to win 2 in a row at 9-5.
A re-raise to 8,000. Brunson folds. Ace-Queen suited for the Canon.
It's going to be pretty tough for Aaron to know he has the best hand, though he's called before with smaller suited aces.
And he does fold.
We've seen him call lighter before, but because of the straddle, this pot's pretty bloated.
Daniel quickly calls. So these two chums off to the flop.
And Scott Seiver has assumed the position.
9-10-10 on the flop. Second pair for Seiver. Daniel checks over to Scott.
Scott's flopped what's very likely to be the best hand. Let's see if he bets it.
He doesn't. He deliberately checks.
More pot control.
4 on the turn.
Plus now he's given Daniel a chance to bluff at it. There's also a chance Daniel thinks his ace is good.
Daniel fires 10,000.
Scott's probably going to want to get to a cheap showdown with this pair. He might like his hand, but he doesn't want to get raised by a draw. Although, as we've seen, Scott's capable of pretty much anything.
And Seiver calls.
Once Scott calls the turn, Daniel will probably have to shut down on the river.
6 of diamonds. Daniel checks.
Ace high. That's good. That 9-5 been lucky for you.
Yeah. How could I not play it again? I looked at him like, oh man, get in there.
Seiver wins a pot of 38K.
But seriously though, like, what is the logic behind this one? I don't get it. It looks like you're just covering your nose. Like, what is it? For real?
I sigh a lot, and it's based on like what happens, and